today's video. The video topic is called How to Handle Phone Fear. And I want to talk about this because quite a few people have been sharing with me over the last 3 or 4 weeks their absolute dislike of making telephone calls, let alone the fear of it, okay? And the bottom line is this, that the fear of picking up the phone has got nothing to do with the phone, right? The fear is really the fear of the potential rejection you may get. And that is totally understandable and totally acceptable. However, it's important for you, if you're running a small business or even a big business, right, and you can't get over this fear of putting yourself out there, okay, then really you need to take a risk at some point. If you can't get over this fear of rejection and put yourself out there, then your business is going to be in trouble, okay? You need to understand and appreciate that. But to counter that, the very thought and feelings about phone phobia, they're real. They are bloody real, okay? I mean, the thought of like picking up the phone, your hands are getting sweaty, and your forehead's getting sweaty, right? Or maybe you had this experience when you've had maybe you had yourself a script of some sort, okay? And then all of a sudden you dial the number and you just go blank, completely blank in your mind, okay? That could be something, it's sort of do with the phobia and the fear. Maybe your chest tightens up and this is a fight or flight thing, okay? Maybe your hands are trembling, okay? That can happen too. Or your voice gets shaky and croaky, okay? I sound croaky right now, right? Or maybe you panic and you're looking for a way out, anything but making the call, right? Maybe I can message them on Facebook. Maybe I can go to their website and leave a message there on the website. Maybe I can email them. Anything but making that darn call, right? Can you relate to that? And the other thing, of course, procrastination becomes a very attractive alternative, right? Because, goodness gracious, making this call is really upsetting you, right? And you're thinking, if I'm upset, what value can I give to somebody? Well, the answer to that question is not much, but I want to talk and share some things with you today. And by the way, maybe you can relate to this too. You actually get the intestinal fortitude up and you dial a number on the phone and you call, right? And you've got the sweaty forehead, you've got the sweaty hands and your chest is getting tight and you're getting croaky like this and you keep swallowing like this. And guess what? There's no answer. What a sigh of relief you can have. I didn't answer, but at least I feel good because I tried, right? If you can relate to any of that, then I want to share some thoughts that might help you today, all right? My name is Beckenham, the village marketer, and as always talking to you from my little Thai village way up near the Cambodian border. What can we do to overcome this fear of the phone you might have, right? Well, the first thing is, before you make the call, have a big breath. Really have some big breaths. Maybe do some tapping. Now, I'm not a good exponent of tapping, but some people are, okay? If you know the tapping thing, then that can really help you settle you down, okay? Because you need to calm yourself down. You really do. And one of the things you should do is ask yourself these questions before you make the call, all right? And you should write them down because these are very valuable questions that help de-stress you, help calm you down, help you be in a situation where you can be of some value. So the first question is, what do I want to achieve from this call? Right? What do I want to achieve? The second one is, why do I want to achieve that? Right? Get answers to both of those before you make this call. What do you want to achieve and why do you want to achieve it? Then, what is the help I can give this person? What is the real help I can give them? And get clear in your mind what the help is, okay? And then finally, what are the benefits if this, to me and to the prospect of the person the other end of the line, what are the benefits if this is a successful call? This will help calm you down. This will actually put you in a state where you can actually start thinking, okay, I can pick up the phone, right? Because then when you make the phone, the first thing you need to do is seek permission, all right? Seek permission. This is very important. And by the way, the worst way to start, I am getting croaky, right? The worst way to start any phone call is to say, how are you? Please don't use that term, how are you? Because the prospect knows, and you know, that, that you don't give a damn. You're just filling in the space, right? And be quite frank, they don't care about you either, okay? Don't say, how are you? That is stupidity, right? If you want to start the conversation up and by seeking permission, this is what I suggest you do. And here's a really clever way to start a conversation and seek permission. Harry, Joe, Wendy, Fred, whoever you're talking, did I catch you in the middle of something? Right? Did I catch you in the middle of something? That puts people a little off guard because they don't expect that. And quite a few times, even if they weren't happy to talk with you, they'll probably say, well, no, what do you want to know about? That's a really smart way to do it. Or do you have time to speak right now? Okay. What you don't do also, apart from saying, how are you? You don't say, have you got 2 minutes? Because they know darn well that you're lying, right? Because you want to spend more than 2 minutes with them anyway. Or if it's just 2 minutes, what darn value are you going to give them anyway, right? So that's what you should do. Seek permission. Once you've sought permission, then speak slowly. Whenever you are uptight, whenever you are nervous, we all do the same. We all speak too quickly and we all speak too much. That's for sure, right? So speak slowly, okay? Then have yourself not a script, right? But have yourself a bullet point thing, right? A bullet point outline of what you want to achieve. The reason I'm saying don't have a script is because if you have a script and it's very easy for the person you're speaking to get offline on your script, and you're sort of stuck rigidly on your script. You're crazy. What you need to do is have a list of points that you need to take the person through, and more important, then listen to what they're talking to you about, and then follow them with your bullet point outline, okay? And the other thing, of course, is have some water. Have some water about it. My voice is croaky. Excuse me, very informal today. Have some water available in case your voice is croaky. By the way, it's not croaky because of the phone call. I'm croaky because I'm getting a cold of it. Then the other thing you need to do is to focus on being an active listener. Really this. What you need to ignore is some of the traditional sales training. You've probably heard this. Oh, I'm scared of making telephone calls. And they say, listen, it's only a matter of practice, right? All you have to do is make more calls. And the more you make, the better you're going to be. Or they'll say, just think positive thoughts. Think positive thoughts and everything will sort itself out, okay? Or sometimes they say, just learn to accept the rejection. That's all part of the deal, okay? To be quite frank with you, none of those things work. Really? That's what they're saying to you is just get over it and get on with it, right? But these are real fears. They are truly real fears. And if you've got value to give somebody, then you need to be able to control how you're going about that. And what I'm suggesting you do, apart from any other questions you may ask, is think about the phone call from their perspective, not from your perspective, right? Think of it from their perspective. This is very important because once you think from their perspective, all of a sudden you change your thinking. You change the language you use. You will change the whole emotion of the situation because you're thinking from their perspective. And then that'll allow you to be the valuable person who can help people, not sell them, okay? That's the point I'm getting at, okay? Next one. Don't let a little no destroy your chances of having big success. Now, I'm saying that if you approach it with a mindset of wanting to help people. If you approach it with a mindset of wanting to help people, then you've done your best. You've got your integrity in place, okay? You've done everything you can. And if they say no, then really don't let it worry you. And be quite frank, it's not personal then because you know deep down you've done a really good job of trying to help that person, not trying to convince them, not trying to corral them, not trying to sell them, right? And the other thing to remember is this. If they say no to you, it's their loss, not yours. Keep that in your mind. It's their loss because you know you prepared before the call. You know the help you can give them, all right? And if they're not prepared to help themselves, then you can't help them either, okay? So it's their loss. Second last one, plan the time you're going to make the calls, okay? Now, if you're shy, if you're panic-stricken, if you're anxious and you've got some social anxiety or whatever it is in terms of these phone calls, then do the phone calls in a place of your own, away from everybody else. It'll be impossible for you to make these calls when you are feeling this way and no other people can hear you. It's not fair to you, okay? So do it in privacy. And the last one is visualize the testimonials you've got. When people, you've dealt with people before, when you've helped them, what you should have done is print them out and put them near your phone and just read them through. And if you're in the middle of a call that's getting difficult, look at your testimonials and might say, oh, I'll pick an example, Lynette Cheng. Lynette, thank you so much for the help you gave me today. That was really special. Whatever it is, just read them and reinforce the fact that you can give value to people, all right? So there you go. That's my thoughts about how to handle phone fear. But do not fool yourself. This is a real issue, okay? And it cannot be overcome by smart-ass, excuse the French, tactics of saying just make more phone calls and get on with it. That's not going to work, all right? Okay, my call to action for today, which lines up with this anyway, okay, is if you'd like this, message me. It's a 14-point checklist about how to build rapport with anybody. If you're interested, send me a message and I'll get it to you. In the meantime, thank you very much for sharing your time with me. I truly appreciate it. All the best. Talk to you again next time. Okay. Bye for now.